lessons in. But social broadcasting is where I tell everybody everything, pretty much. Right? And if you think about it, there's about 30 million search queries a month. There's about 30 million Facebook posts, links, and whatever every month. And for Yahoo, it's important because they both provide a ton of signal strength. There's that word again, signal. And it changes traffic. It provides another great signal for us. All of those social signals are pretty powerful. And when you look at social network traffic, it seems like people are doing a lot, but because of the limitations of that broadcast social model, they're not doing nearly as much as they're doing off that model. There's a ton going on. And I'll give you a couple of examples of why that's happening. There's actually a guy, a social researcher at Yahoo, a brilliant guy who is one of the foremost researchers in this field. And he has this notion, James Duncan Watts, who's written a couple of books on this subject, that between 0 and 500, you're likely to choose 0. And if you think about it, I like to use a scenario where I traveled to LA, I was staying in this wonderful hotel at City Center, which I didn't even know existed, right next to Staples and Nokia. And a beautiful view of what was happening in the city out my window. I was flabbergasted. I was going to take a picture of it and put it up on Facebook. And just tell everybody about it. And I thought, wait a minute. I know like 20 people that live within drinking distance of this place. And I'm going to let them down because I'm not going to call them. I'm not going to connect with them. And I thought, that's just, I'm not writing anything. So I didn't write it. And you think to yourself, well, yeah, you're the demographic that, you're an older guy, but kids, they don't think about that. Well, so you saw my son Parker on the Fisker app, right? That I shared with him. And that small group of people, and we're very into one to few because we think that's where social network is going. Small groups of people around content that they care about, because we're all different. I'm fan out to my 1,200 Facebook friends, everything. So my son Parker, actually I've been friends with a lot of Facebook guys for quite a while. I was at a wedding in Carmel for the guy who runs Facebook Mobile. And while I'm at this wedding, so I live in San Francisco, it's about 120 miles away from Carmel, I get a Facebook message. I can update my wall post, and it says, epic party at Parker's house. I know Parker's my son. I live 120 miles away, and I'm sitting at this wedding, ironically, with a bunch of Facebook guys. And one of Parker's little buddies had forgotten that he thought it'd be so cool to add Parker's techno dad to his social network, which he did. And he inadvertently told me that my son was having a giant blowout at my own house. Which turned out to be not that big. 130 people, a couple of police officers, ambulance by the end of the night.